Well, congratulations on the films, guys. I really enjoyed it. For the two of you, I guess, with you, George, as a Brit and you as an Aussie, did you have different perspectives coming at this story, which is obviously such a big thing in Australia?
Yeah, I guess we probably did because, I mean, Ned is such a symbol of Australia in Australia, except he's been kind of appropriated by everyone. So he's not, although we all learn about him in primary school, or we learn about all the bushrangers, and Ned's kind of the most famous of them because of his iconic helmet. He kind of represents all bushrangers, which are in, what do you call them here? They're like... I don't know,
like outlaws.
Outlaws or... Road, what are they called?
Highwaymen.
Highwaymen.
There we go. It doesn't sound as good, isn't it? Bushranger.
No, bushranger sounds cool.
Yeah. Highwaymen. Yeah, we'll steal things on the
M1. But, you know, I think what is really amazing about this particular telling is that it's based on Peter Carey's Booker Prize-winning novel, and it's from inside Ned's head, almost a whisper, almost a constant stream of consciousness, writing this story of his life for his unborn daughter. And I think no matter how many history books you read, and I've read a lot of them about Ned and Ellen, that you can see the elements of that are true and that match up in everyone's stories. But this is, you know, let's put yourself into Ned's shoes. Let's put yourself into Ellen's shoes. Let's see what it's like to live in this brutal time with this much oppression, and see if you can survive.
Yeah, it's quite a tough film at times as well. For both of you, with anything you sort of came across in the script and you went, "Oh gosh, is this going to be too far?"
No, nothing that felt like too far. I think there is a real, now and again, the reality of the doing hits home. Like, I think we understood the brutality of the world, and also but also when you're doing the research into that world, you hear how rough it was. You know, all the events that didn't make it into the film, which are kind of down in the history books. But some of the times when we got to them, you kind of shocked by how full of, like, there's the sequence at Glenrowan I found really kind of all-encompassing, you know. And also that's one thing that there's this, you know, the sequence in Glenrowan towards the end of the film, without giving anything away, like, for those who don't know the story, but it's kind of, you know, the Kelly gang came out firing in this armour that they'd made, and it's quite sort of, in the folklore of it, it's quite heroic and kind of almost whimsical, like, "Oh, come at me," you know.
Yes.
And as Justin said, the reality is there's 4 of you and there's 60 police, and it's all gone wrong. And it is terrifying, and it is horrible. And actually, the reality of having all of those explosions and the horror of just, I've got it, it's too far and I can't stop it, is like, that really hit home only fully when we were doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not romanticised.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I was talking to Justin earlier, and I was telling him how I learned some Aussie slang watching this film. I learned the word pizzle for the first time.
Pizzle?
I think that's an oldie. I don't know that anyone uses it anymore.
For the two of you, were there any, George, you liked learning, or Essie, that you liked teaching people?
I feel like just if you read Peter Carey's book, there's so many colloquialisms, not just pizzle, but like, you know,
that's the one that stuck with me.
There's that line, like, you know, they were circling around yellow dingoes around a chained up bitch, like things like that, like kind of that are so of that world, references to convict ships and things like that, like they came across on the Telecherry and all this kind of stuff, and it's like the Phoebe Dunbar, all these names which sort of sound so romantic, but that's like a ship full of convicts coming from Ireland. Actually, the reality of that world, it's awful, it's romantic, but it's so true of that time. And so, you know, Peter Carey's book is like a dictionary for, if you like that one.
Yeah,
there's loads.
But it's of its time. It's you know, it's a period language. It's not necessarily currently colloquial.
No.
Well, thanks so much for talking to me, and congratulations again on the film. I really liked it.
Thank you so much.